Let's talk about fear and failure. Okay? This is actually about Ireland. I saw about 2 weeks ago in the newspaper, I think it was in the Irish Independent, there was a global report on entrepreneurship, which was done in a number of countries across the world. And the figure for Ireland was that more than half of Irish people considered setting up a business last year. That is phenomenal. Or would like to set up a business. But 70% were too afraid to do anything about it for fear of failure. That makes perfect sense, right? Setting up a business is a very serious decision. But what's the real problem here? The real problem and the real challenge is that in order to do something like setting up a business, we've got to step out of our comfort zone. Because everything worthwhile in life is always outside our comfort zone. Pretty much always. Sucks, right? But that's the way it works. In order to do anything worthwhile, to challenge ourselves, we have to step out of our comfort zone. And that's a terrifying prospect. Because nobody likes to fail. Does anybody like to fail? I don't like to fail. And everybody suffers from fear. So it's not a question of being fearless either, because that's just stupid. Because to be absolutely fearless means that you're not understanding the risks that you're taking on board. Here's the real problem. Fear is a lie. Our minds are thought factories. Our minds churn out thoughts all day long, every day. Yes or no? It's like as if there's somebody up there with a machine churning it out, and you're going, where does this stuff come from? Right? Day and night. And when you run your own business, it can often be 24/7. And most of it is driven by fear. Have any of you ever worried about something that never happened? Anybody? Yeah, exactly. Anybody done it today? Anybody doing it now? We all do it. Okay? But we have to find a way to manage that. And successful entrepreneurs and successful business people know how to do that. And the reason, or the way that they do it, is by redefining fear. Not trying to eliminate it, not trying to be, I'll be brave, I'll jump off the cliff. You know, we're not talking about being idiotic here. Setting up a business is a very, very serious business with lots of risks. We need to redefine fear. And the way to redefine fear so that you can deal with it and manage it is that fear stands for false events appearing real. Your idea factory is generating all this stuff, and most of it is a lie. One of the top 3 regrets of people who die was an Australian nurse who wrote a book. I can't remember the title of it at the moment. Some of you have read it. And she identified that one of the top regrets of the dying is, I wish I hadn't worried so much. So we all do it. But if we start focusing on our mindset a little bit more and start redefining things that are paralyzing us, these things are going to help us. So if you start thinking about fear for what it is, which is for the most part false events appearing real, and the other 10% or 5% are things that, okay, that's a real issue, I need to deal with that. But start sorting out the crap from the stuff that really matters, then you're going to save yourself a huge amount of energy. And you're not going to expend so much negative energy worrying about things that are never going to happen. Because you're not your thoughts. Okay?